You ready? Oh wait, no, I need to plug my phone in on my laptop. Oh, got it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We'll put on a little Madonna for you. How are you? You can follow it to Vogue. That's just when you open Friday. So musical. That's why I feel so beautiful. That you got it. That's the ball. Get up on the dance floor. Let your body move to the music. Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome. We are listening to Vogue by Madonna. Do you remember this amazing video? And do you like to dance? Such a good dance video, huh? I just remember, just like when it came out, it's just like, wow, just beautiful. Look at the photography. Look at that guy. Like, what?
The voguing to me is just so impressive.
He has just such beautiful dancers. Hello, everyone. I'm Greta from Udine. Hi, Greta. How are you? Okay, Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Flavia from Rome. So do you remember this video by Madonna called Vogue? We were talking about dancing before. So hi, Irene from Milan. Welcome. We both like dancing. One of us is good at it and one of us is not. But we both like it. Hi, Carol from Parma. Welcome, everyone. So nice to see you. I am Monique from Los Angeles.
And I am Jess.
And I'm Jess. And come on, Vogue, bump, down. And it's just, look at how beautiful the muscles are shown, like people's muscles with that type of lighting. If you're home, do some stretches. Do some stretching because we spend a lot of time at home not stretching. Maybe stretch your neck.
Oh, your back.
It's really good for us. Hi, Diego from Palermo. Welcome. Beautiful city. Ooh, let's watch a little bit more of that. We have, I'm 12 and I live in Milan, but I'm from Sri Lanka. How cool. Very nice to have you. Raisa, hi. How are you? It's always nice to see you. Maria Pia from Salerno. And Jess says, Jess, I met you yesterday.
You did, I remember.
Fantastic. Good. So welcome, everyone. It's nice to see you. We have an opening question, which is, Jess?
What are the small things that people do that make you happy?
Exactly. What are the small things that people do that make you happy? I will hold up the unicorn so you can all see. We have Katerina. Hi, Katerina. I'm Katerina from Livorno, not so far from Pisa. It takes me 20-30 minutes by car. Beautiful. Yeah, Livorno is a beautiful city. I like Livorno. Have you been to Livorno?
No, never. I've been to Pisa when I was younger.
They're both, Livorno's a delightful city. There's a cool theater there. I once played in. Really nice. Hi, Ricardo from Rome. Nice to have you here. Sorry, I'm from Peru, but I live in Parma. Awesome. I want to go to Peru. Remember, Carol, there's I am from Peru, right? With that, so we need I am from Peru. Have you been to Peru?
Never.
Or have I want to go to Peru.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much history and beauty, and I imagine just the greenery and the just beautiful, beautiful. And she says, LDK. What is LDK?
I don't know.
What is LDK, Sonia? I think maybe because Sonia is 12, she knows much.
It means I don't know.
Oh, IDK. Did you know that already?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like text language.
So let's write this down. I don't know. Text language. Tips for Monique. There we go. IDK. I don't know. Text language tips for Monique. That's good to know, though. Thank you, Sonia. Very cool. So tell us, what are the small things that people do that make you happy? Jess, what are the small? She says yes. Okay, good. So Jess, what are the small things that people do that make you happy?
The
Also,
small
there's a
things.
question for you.
I am from London.
Indeed.
I don't know.
He said this morning, small things that people. By the way, did you like the Elliott Smith album?
I did. I sent you one of the songs.
I saw that and I listened to it. Yeah. Nice. I feel happy when it's beginning spring. Me too. And Diego?
For me. Me too.
Me too. Yes.
The small thing that makes me very happy is when someone offers me a cup of tea.
Absolutely. Me too. Before I wrote quickly, no problem, Carol. That's okay. Just for say, okay. Maria Pia says, taking a walk in nature. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
very, very nice. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Why did Greta say don't worry? Oh, okay. And I would say small things that people do that make me happy. For example, if someone shares with me, like maybe if a friend buys tons of potatoes and then they call me and say, Monique, hey, I have so many potatoes. Can I share some with you? I'm like, yes. As we spoke of earlier, we love potatoes. So,
yeah, we do.
And
reading a book, having a video call with friends during the quarantine. Yeah,
definitely.
Good.
Yeah, it's nice. I usually don't like video calls, but right now I do because otherwise I don't see people. Hello, is anybody out there? Okay, fantastic. All right, thank you all for your lovely shares. And let's take a look at our fun focus for today, which is
Pet peeves.
Pet peeves. So we know what pets are, but do we know what to be peeved off is? You peeve me off. To peeve. Ooh la la. What are our objectives? My hand. I'd like to. What do you say when your finger goes quick? Trigger finger.
Click a finger.
Yes, Sonia, you are in the club. Definitely love potatoes.
Potato club.
Greta, for me, when they tell me they came with me at the beach, be careful with that word because that sounds sexual. So watch out. For me, when they tell me, come with me to the beach. So careful about that. Come with me to the beach. Remember, the preposition for movement is to. Okay, so come with me to the beach, right? Fabulous. I'm happy when I make pizza. When people surprise me. Me too, Elisa. Love surprises. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi, Marco. Welcome. Look at what Sonia says.
I've already done this lesson, but I don't remember. Be careful. In English, we can't have two negatives. So I don't remember anything. If you say, I don't remember nothing, you sound like you're from London.
Or you're from LA, or you're speaking Ebonics, right? Like, I don't remember nothing, right? It's like, but not in an English class. You would say that maybe with your friends, but shh, we didn't say that, right? It's slang. So you would say incorrect in like grammatically correct English. I don't remember anything. No problem, Sonia. No need to apologize. This is what we're here for, is to share and to laugh and to be merry and happy. So what are our objectives today?
We have common pet peeves, phrases for complaining, polite requests.
Yes, so complaining is like, oh.
Can we just talk about this picture for a minute? Because she does not look angry. She looks like she's trying to look pretty while being angry.
Exactly. She looks like an actress to me. A bad actress. So what could she be saying? What is she saying? I think she's saying, oh, I'm late for my hairdresser's appointment. What do you think she's saying?
I think she's saying like, I don't know, what I'm going to say is kind of inappropriate. Never mind.
Well, now we're all curious.
Okay, I'll try to do it in a polite way. I'm pretending to be angry, but really I want you.
I want you.
Yeah, with those eyes, those like
Yeah,
smiley
exactly. Exactly.
eyes.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And Katerina says, I'm happy when someone wants to walk with me along this while sightseeing, especially during sunny days. Yeah. I was so lucky today. The sunlight, which doesn't usually come on my balcony, I just noticed I took out my flowers, those pretty flowers, and I saw the sun and I sat and I read some of my book about making quiches. How about Sonia?
Pet peeves, things that make you angry.
Things that annoy us. I would say more.
Make you more irritated than angry. Things that annoy us.
For example, I wrote a few things down. People that do this all day and are talking to you. So if, for example, if we're in this webinar and I'm saying, yeah, Jess, oh yeah, I agree with, okay, yeah, right, sure. Yeah, no problem. And our don't listen, that's a pet peeve of mine. She says,
yeah,
okay.
That's really frustrating.
Let's see, another pet peeve. Oh, here's one. When you do your laundry and one sock disappears and you only have washed 2 socks and there's one left, where did the other sock go?
I know, right? And I have so many just like one socks. And I don't understand why.
And I'm just like, hey, if they're both single, match them up. Why not?
Yeah, me
so
too.
I have pairs of socks that are mismatched.
I have socks on right now because.
Do you have different colored socks on? I have no socks on. But the weather's getting nicer, so let's dive on in then and see what is a pet peeve. So as we said, things that annoy you. Pet peeves, right?
I tell you what really annoyed me on the second week of quarantine. So I had passed this one hairband, and it was the only hairband, hair tie. I have more now because I bought them. In my apartment. I am in my apartment alone. There is no one here. There's no way it could have gone anywhere. I haven't been outside. And I managed to lose my one and only hairband.
So sad.
And it was like, honestly, I was on the phone to my friend and I was walking around the apartment and I was like, it's impossible. Like, where has my hairband gone?
Would you say hairband is like an elastic you use to put up your hair?
Yeah, like these things that hold it together. But now I have more. I bought more.
I think I wonder if you know this term that we use in the US.
Where did it go? It's a mystery.
Where did it go? That's interesting. That's definitely a pet peeve. But can you read this, Jess?
A hairband. An elastic you use to put your hair up. A scrunchie in US.
Yeah, we call it a scrunchie.
But this is what I call a scrunchie. Like one that's actually scrunchy.
Oh, yeah, no. It could also be like just a rubber bandy type thing, scrunchie. But then again, look how short my hair is. I'm not really using them, so I haven't used them in a while too. So we want to know, what are your biggest pet peeves, right? So can you tell us, one of my biggest pet peeves is, I really hate it when, right? And this is going to be something that annoys you, right? Something that makes you go, right? Wow. So maybe nothing annoys you?
I really hate it when people drink like this.
Why?
When they slurp.
Oh, no, we couldn't hear it. There's a question for you.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did. Now I did, yeah.
That annoys me. Don't slurp.
I have no idea what this question means. Maybe you know.
What's a VSCO?
I'm looking it up. It's a fashion trend popular among teenagers in the summer of 2019.
What does it look like?
It's a term generally used as an insult for a young white woman who posts trendy pictures of herself, edited on the app Visco. That's a bizarre. Maybe you can describe, Sonia, what you mean, because we don't know what Visco is.
I don't know. I'm definitely not one of those people.
Maybe she wants to know if you're an influencer.
I'm probably the most influencing person I know.
Let's see. Elisa says, my biggest pet peeve is when people eat noisily. Yeah, my roommate has that same pet peeve. I kind of don't really care. Doesn't bother me.
It drives me crazy.
Really? What about Irene?
My biggest pet peeve is when a person is not in late, but just is late.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah, when a person arrives late or is late. Malflavia, one of my biggest pet peeves is people that speak loudly in the train all of the time. It is so true. Do you know Trigger Happy TV?
No.
Oh my gosh, you don't know it and you're English. Oh, if I find this, I'll share it with you all. Telephone. It's genius. English humor, amazing. Can you read Katerina's, please?
Yes. One of my biggest pet peeves is people who don't walk on the sidewalk, but in the middle of the road and they are fixed to their phones.
Yeah, interesting.
Around them.
Very nice.
Nice one.
To their phones. Yeah, anything with the phones. I agree with you, Katerina. People that are like, don't get off the phone. Sorry, my biggest pet peeve is when someone is eating loudly and also is smoking near me. Sure. Greta says, my biggest pet peeve is when someone wakes me up early.
Oh, me too. Because if I'm one of those people, if I wake up, I really struggle to get back to sleep again. I'm getting better now as I'm older, but I remember the last couple of years, if I wake up, that's it. I'm up for the day.
Totally.
I understand you.
Okay.
My biggest pet peeve is when the people are impolite.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. We like polite people, not impolite people. My biggest pet peeve is when people speak loudly, right? When they speak louder is comparative. You want an adverb when people speak loudly. So we all share that kind of, right? What about Sonia?
What's hydroflex?
I don't know. It makes us all seem so old. But I guess hydro flasks.
But you're not, no, because Monique, I don't know either. But
no, that's what I mean. It makes us all seem like old, like we're out of our teens.
I mean, I don't think I'm one of these people.
I don't know how I'm referring to you. Okay, Caterina, I really hate it when people smoke in front of my face. I hate when I talk with someone and he doesn't listen to me. Yes. Raisa, 2 points. Absolutely. I agree. What about Sonia?
I hate it when, especially in Milan, people walk really slowly. Especially like in London, I've always said that there needs to be 2 lanes. There needs to be the Londoner lane and the tourist lane.
Dude, in New York, it's like that. I lived in New York for 2 years. You gotta move. Like if you don't move, there's a problem. Like you can't stop. You can't stop. Make it. Maybe now, yes, you can, but generally on an average New York day, just everyone's running. Like it goes fast, right? Katerina, my biggest pet peeve is people who talk during a film at the cinema. Yes. What about Raisa?
My biggest pet peeve is when someone is picking their nose.
Right, so picking their nose is this. So I want to share something with all of you. Let's see if this works. This is classic. Well, I don't know about classic, but this is amazing British humor that I love. Let's see if you can understand what the scene is. It's only 30 seconds long. So here we go.
Rubbish! Yeah, total rubbish!
I don't know if you can understand that, but basically what he says is, so he says, hello, I'm in an art gallery. I can't hear you. It's rubbish. So rubbish, Josh, can you describe what rubbish is?
Rubbish is bad. It means it's bad.
Yes, it's terrible. So basically, he's at a modern art gallery or museum, right? Everyone's quiet. There's a phone, like there's this modern, really cool contemporary art. All of a sudden, the phone rings. So he grabs this phone. Hello! You all know that on the bus sometimes people will be like, hello! Yes, I'm coming home now. Like, what are you doing? Why are you talking so loud, right?
There was an advert in London about this because it was becoming a real problem at one point. And they made this advert, and it was a guy sat on the bus, and there were these group of girls there. The bus was very busy, and he was like, all right, yeah. Tell Tom I'll be there in 20 minutes, like shouting. And he was like, oh yeah, give him my number. It's 07954. And then the girls on the bus, they write the number down, and then they text him to tell him to shut up. And this was the advert. It was brilliant. It was so clever.
That's awesome. So just so you all, in case you'd like to see more of that, it's called Trigger Happy TV. Very funny British television show from the 90s. Marco's adding, my pet peeves is when my pet peeve, if it's one, is when someone in a queue tries to pass you over. It tries to pass you.
Do you know what? We can also say to push in. To push in.
To push in a line?
To push in the line, yeah.
Okay, good. Sonia, very nice. Oh my God, with a smiley face. And she says rubbish is trash. Yes. And
Could you be
maybe she's asking.
Maybe it's to us.
Okay.
Monique, today when I went to the supermarket, I was stood in the queue, and this woman, she came and I was stood by the trolleys, and she came and got the trolley out, and she kind of lingered there. And so I looked at her, and so she asked me if I was in the queue. I was like, yes. And then she went to behind me. There were 3 other people stood behind me, okay? And she tried to go here. She went, so the queue starts here. And I was like, no. And like pointed to the back of the line. Like, how can you be so cheeky?
Did she then go to the back of the line?
Yeah. Then went to the back of the line. And I was like, it's so embarrassing. Just go to the back of the line.
Right. Like, what a time to try to cut in a line, right? Like just do it. Yeah.
I should have just been like, no, please go in front of me, because I would like to stay out in line so I can be in the sun at least for a little bit longer.
Right. That's wild, though.
Crazy.
Let's see some more phrases for complaining, right? So usually you'll come, okay, right, he said it's not for the teachers. Good. Thank you. Exactly. Phew. So this slide here shows complaining, which complaining is to lament, right? It's like, oh, I'm still at home another day. But we don't want to say that. We want to be positive. So complaining is usually if something annoys you, if your pet peeve is someone smoking in your face, and you meet someone, maybe you go on a first date and the person's smoking in your face, you probably would complain. We often complain to our good friends. So maybe I'm like, Martina, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh my gosh, right? Complaining, usually with people you know well. Okay, people who eat noisily. So what we want you to do, we'll read through these, and we want you to create your own sentences using these, right? So we'll read through it. So create your own sentence, Think about what bothers you. Think about your pet peeves. Think about, right? So the first one, I can't stand it when.
It gets on my nerves when.
It annoys me to no end when.
It bugs me when.
It bothers me when. Mind you, in the US, we would say it bothers me. I have to try to do an English accent. It bothers me when. It bothers me. It bothers. Would you possibly say that? It bothers me. No.
It bothers me.
It bothers me. Sounds so cool. It bothers me. It bothers
It
me.
bothers me.
Blimey. I love that phrase. Blimey.
Blimey.
Oh, it's so cool.
Gordon Bennett.
What?
Gordon Bennett is another one.
Who's that?
Gordon Bennett.
It's just a phrase.
It's like saying blimey. You can say Gordon Bennett.
Wow. My father would often say, Jesus H. Christ. I'm so random. But blimey, or what had you said? Gordon Bennett?
Gordon Bennett.
Right? Oh, that's so interesting.
Gordon Bennett. I've no idea where it comes from or what it means.
Oh, it all makes me think of Mary Poppins. Oh,
Great film.
Mary Poppins. My favorite film. I watched it probably 800,000 times as a kid. With Dick Van Dyke on the rooftop. Step in time, step in time, step in time, step in time. Round to your knees and round to your knees.
Everybody step in time. You know, my whole life, I haven't been able to say chimney because of that movie.
You haven't?
I can't say, wait, I can if I really focus. Chimney.
Because how do you say it?
I say chimney because in the movie they say chimney.
And how is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be, it's not chimney, it's like chimney.
Oh, how interesting. Yeah, but for the meter of the song at chimney.
Chimney.
Chim, chiroo. That's great. Well, I can watch Mary Poppins right now, everyone. So we're not doing the order. We're going to look at just the phrases themselves, right? So I can't stand it when someone talks over me. Yeah. 2 points. Absolutely. So yeah, so we're not doing the order. We want to go straight to using. Sorry, I'm late. No problem, Elisa. I can't stand it when people are late. Sorry. Elisa, what does Elisa say?
Sorry, I just got that.
It's okay. No problem. I'll read Elisa's. I hate it when people ask you something and then they do not listen to the answer. Absolutely. I agree.
I agree. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. And remember singular, my biggest pet peeve. So what about Ricardo's?
I've gone really hot and red. I think it's the tea and the laughing.
That's amazing.
I'm having like a hot flush.
Fantastic. It's menopause time. Yoo-hoo.
Okay. My biggest pet peeve is when
Okay, my biggest pet peeve is when, especially in summer, you meet people that smell bad. Yes, agreed. Okay, we've lost Jess. Katerina says, I hate it when people don't listen to me. I completely agree.
Yeah,
completely agree. Maybe we could just reveal the order just to share. It's this order. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah, I disagree with the order, but
because a lot of these, right, it's hard to define what the order is, but we'll read it once through in the order they suggest. Just know that it depends also the context and it depends how you say it. So let's try reading it in the order. It bothers me when people don't listen.
I agree with this one. This is a good low level.
Yeah.
Number 2, it bugs me when. True.
Number 3, it gets on my nerves when.
For me, this is very strong. If something gets on my nerves, then whoa, I'm really annoyed.
It goes to your nervous system, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's strong.
Then we see it annoys me to no end when mosquito comes and doesn't go away.
I hate it when.
But see, for me, hate is very, very strong. I don't like to use that word. It's just very negative and strong. Yeah. 6, it drives me crazy. See, this one's interesting because it could be also positive, right? It drives me crazy when you do that, right? Okay, it sounds very sexual again, but it could also be, it drives me crazy when you sing that song. It sounds so good, right?
Yeah.
For example.
And then the last one, I can't stand it when.
I can't stand up. It's so annoying and bothersome, right? Sonia says, it annoys me to no end when someone doesn't talk but shouts. Yeah, that's excellent. Very nice, Sonia. Very nice. What about Raisa?
It bugs me when people chew chewing gum in the lesson or at work. Thank you. Me too. It honestly drives me crazy.
Excellent.
Oh, another expression we have, which is what my mum uses. It drives me up the wall.
Love it.
One.
Wonderful.
Up the wall.
And if you're a capoeirista, then you could actually go up the wall. It drives me up the wall. Often moms say that. It drives me up the wall when you don't wake up on time for school.
Mm-hmm.
There's a capoeira teacher, this short guy, really like buff, short, and he would do this. He would basically run towards the wall, run up the wall and do a flip, and then stand.
Very impressive.
Oh, dude, so cool. Carol says, I hate it when I must get up very early to take the train. So I hate when. Okay, I hate when, yeah. Irene.
It bugs me when people always have to be right. Me too. Do you know what else bugs me? When people make a mistake in life, because, okay, we're all human. We all make mistakes. But if you can't own up to your own wrong, that really annoys me. And instead of like blaming everyone else, maybe take the time to reflect and look inwards.
Yeah, we say own it, right? So if I make a mistake and I forget to, I don't know, write something or I forget to do something, we say own it. Own your mistake, right? Say, oh, I'm so sorry I did that, right? Own it. Yeah. Flavia, I can't stand it when people use public transport without the ticket. Really? Oh, see, that's interesting. That I mean, yes, they should. I don't know if I can't stand it. I think it's not polite, but what about Katerina's?
I can't stand it when people around me shout to tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does it mean it drives me up the wall? Because translate in Italian has another sense. Interesting. Yeah, it drives me up the wall means it really bothers me.
Yeah, it annoys me, makes me...
It really bothers me.
I tell you what, it bothers me when I get a ticket on the bus.
Exactly. Exactly.
It happened once.
Hope that's clear, Greta. Yeah, it drives me up the wall. It means it makes you so angry that you are driven up the wall. Like the same idea as I can't stand it, right? I can't stand up. I need to sit down. You are making me so angry, right? It really makes me mad. Yeah. All right, let's move forward with a ding of the gong. 3, 2.
Oh wait, Catalina has a question.
Oh.
The meaning of bugs. Bugs are the little insects that crawl. A bug. And bugs are annoying, right? If you have bugs like in your house, you're like, yeah, get out, right? So it bugs me.
Yeah, so bug is, so there's two meanings of bugs. As a noun, they're little insects, and I added yuck because I have entomophobia, the phobia of bugs. And the verb, though, to bug means to bother or annoy. So I could be, Jess, you're bugging me, right? For example, or that bugs me. For example, in a classroom, I'm sure you all know this. Someone has their pen and they spend the entire class doing this. That bugs me. Does that bug you too?
Bugs me. Should I tell you another thing that I've realized that really bugs me? I think it's because I've been watching a lot of movies recently. Actors who overact with their eyebrows.
Oh, how interesting.
And now I've seen it, I can't unsee it. So every time I watch a film, I'm watching the eyebrows of the actor. Because
are you watching films from the 50s? You do that really well, though.
It drives me crazy. I'm like, stop moving your eyebrows. It's so unnecessary.
Are you watching old films?
No. Like normal, like modern films.
I've never thought about that. That's really interesting.
Now so, next film you watch, you're gonna notice the eyebrow acting.
You will not believe this. I have not watched one film since we've been in quarantine. I watched, I think, 2 documentaries.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. I mean, I guess I always find myself doing more music stuff. So that occupies the time that I would be doing film watching. But I like films. I love good films. But
Yeah.
so, how annoying, which sometimes in Italian people will say uffa, right? How annoying. My friend always says that, always. It is so funny. She loves to complain. She's like, oh, wah, 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 wah. But she does it in a funny way, so it's okay. So, how annoying, right? Ooh, what is Marco saying?
Whoa, I can't stand it when I'm at the traffic lights and when comes green and the car behind me starts to push.
Yeah, klaxon is Italian, Marco. Klaxon is Italian. So in English,
The horn.
Yeah. So when someone starts to honk their horn, and the verb is to honk. So to honk.
Klaxon doesn't sound like an Italian word.
No, but it's one of those funny words that comes into the Italian language from somewhere, and then Italians think it's an English word.
Ah.
But it's not. I mean, we don't use it. Yeah. Okay. Very nice, Sonia. Che pizza, che barba, uffa. Good. So that's annoying. So yeah, the verb is to honk their horn. For example, this picture is Los Angeles, California. It looks to me like the 101 freeway. And so called the freeway because it's free. There's no toll roads in California or in Southern California. It's free to get on the highway, so it's called the freeway. But in this case, you better not be honking your horn because you're not moving. So if people are honking, it's a mess. No honking on the freeway. There's always traffic except now. So, but yeah, good comment, Marco. Yeah. So, what do you do when something annoys you, right? What do you do? Like,
I'm so bad. Like, I don't say anything.
oh, interesting.
Yeah. It does take a lot to annoy me, like really annoy me.
Me too. I really don't like confrontation too.
No,
so
me either.
Find a way to just deal with it. But so the examples, what do you do when a person is talking on their mobile phone in the cinema? So we're at an amazing movie and I'm like, yeah, so like it was great. And then I don't know, like, oh my gosh, that sounded so ditzy.
I would probably like just sit and huff and puff, like,
really?
And wait till someone else says something. I think if we were in the theater, like with a live performance, then I would like.
Well, you know that opera Once Upon a Time, when it began, was like raunchy, like raucousy, loud, like opera in its beginnings. Was the people were like yelling and screaming, nothing like what it is now. I love thinking about that. Can you imagine going to the opera like 200 years ago, where it was like this wild entertainment, like wild, like when Carmen came out, oh my gosh, it was so like, it was like scandalous, right?
Well, like, I mean, they used to throw fruit in Shakespeare's Globe at the performance, you know? Like, imagine throwing fruit at performers now.
Yes, that is just so cool. So tell us, what do you do when, right? What do you do when, could you stop talking? Okay, I think she's not talking to us again, but that would be really funny. So wait a second. Carol says, I say stop. Okay, yeah, exactly. It bugs me when people want to open a candy noisily during lessons because I'm focused. They don't deconcentrate. How would you say that? They make me lose my concentration.
Distract.
Or they distract me. I agree. Yeah, Katerina, it's true. Sometimes in class, people will do like, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like sitting in a traffic jam, listening to music while taking a nap. What do you do when a person's talking in mobile phone? I wonder which ones that answers to. Okay, Sonia, I'm not sure which that's the answer to. Oh, when you are sitting in a okay, what do you do when you are sitting in a traffic jam? She listens to music while taking a nap. Okay, I hope you're not driving though, Sonia. Don't sleep while you drive. I once got in an accident because I fell asleep while I was driving. No, it was a very mild accident, but it was still an accident. It was a crazy time though.
My first real boyfriend, he was a bit older than me, and he was driving us back from a festival, and he started to fall asleep at the wheel on the motorway. I've literally never smacked anyone before in my life, but in that moment, thank God I did, because it really woke him up. Because no, we were coming off the road.
Wow, and so it was okay. Like,
yeah, we were fine, but I was like,
scary.
whoa.
Yeah, yes, she says, no, I'm only 12. Okay, fantastic. I can't drive. Excellent. Okay. Wonderful. Good. So I think we can move forward. What do you think? It's okay. Gotcha, said Aisa. All good. Yeah. Why don't you go out if you want to talk? Yeah. Fantastic.
I hope you make that emoji face as well.
Excellent. Yeah, very good one. What do you think? Should we keep reading through, or should we go to the next one? What are you sensing? What are you feeling?
I don't know.
3, 2, 1. I've decided. Could you please stop talking during the film? So yeah, that's something we could do. What about the other 3? So tell us. If, where's my harmonica? I feel so. Oh, is that a harmonica? Can you whistle?
Yeah, I can whistle.
Oh, great. So you'll whistle the space.
I can whistle like a bird. Wait, I need to wet my lips.
Okay.
I've been practicing with my babies.
That's very good. So if, oh no, I read it wrong. Sorry, let's start again. I'd do the word. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Right, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'd, if you smoked elsewhere, please. Excuse me, but would you? Not swearing in front of my children. It would be. If you could cover your mouth when you sneeze. That is so good. I'm seriously really impressed. So we have suggestions that
I can also do an owl.
Let's hear it. Fantastic. I'm really impressed. So there's a suggestion that 2 is appreciate. I'd appreciate if you smoked elsewhere. Yes, exactly. So be careful here. I think Raisa had said mind, not mind, because mind, for example, you all know how in London in the tube they say mind the gap, right? In the London,
mind the gap between the train and the closing doors.
Why do they say mind the gap?
I don't know. I think it's like mindful.
Exactly. Be mindful, be aware, be careful. So to mind is to be careful. So I'd mind if you smoked elsewhere, please. I guess you could, but it would be even more polite to say I'd appreciate it. In the first moment, I prefer to swatch. After I look them for a little time, and after they insist, I say something like, excuse me, have you finished? Do you know what respect is? Oh, yes. Can we get some Aretha Franklin? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to be. Okay, fabulous. So let's see. Number 3 is very common to say, would you mind? Would you mind not swearing? Also, what is to swear? And why wouldn't you swear in front of children? So to swear is to say bad words, right? Okay, number 4. Aha! Number 4, we see a great and appreciate. 2, it depends on the context. But I could think lucky them. Okay. What is 4? We see great, great, great. Let's reveal it. 3, 2, 1.
Very good.
Great. Especially nowadays, this is true.
Do you know? Okay, I have a story, because I just remembered one of my biggest pet peeves is when people throw rubbish on the street, or they just throw rubbish out of their cars. Okay, my mother is an amazing woman. We were in the car. We were actually sadly driving to my grandmother's funeral. So my mum's emotions were quite high at the time. And the car in front of us, we were stood in traffic. The car in front of us threw rubbish out of the window. And my mum undid her seatbelt, got out the car, walked up, picked up the rubbish, shouted some things, and she threw it back into their car.
That's amazing. Your mother is an amazing woman.
I was like, drive, 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 drive.
Did they say anything? Did they react?
No, I think they were just young.
I had an experience with friends in the south of Chile. Well, not the south, but in Temuco, which is south of the capital, Santiago, in Chile. Similar things where I was with these like friends and they threw something out the window, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, just the idea of throwing trash out the window is like, are you serious? Like, that's crazy.
Not cool.
Not cool. Yeah. So we see below here, just something to be aware of. If it would be great if you could, using the infinitive, it'd be great if you could be a bit more quiet when doing that. What about the middle one?
Could you please stop eating loudly? Or would you mind turning the volume down?
Yes. And the last one, I'd appreciate it if you stopped being so annoying, for example. Some of these are passive aggressive, so just be aware. But I think let's try, shall we move forward? I think we have about 4 minutes more. Let's just see what's there for us. Okay, so what can you say if? So take a look at these different ones and give us some examples of what you can say, right? Save the planet. Oh, that's right, Sonia. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Today is Earth Day. So hug a plant or use some herbs when you cook today. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Yoo-hoo. Nice. Thank you, Sonia. So what can you say if? We want you to give us some examples. If, like in the picture, what can you say if someone is blowing bubbles with chewing gum? How about number 2?
If someone is picking their nose in public.
Which, remember, is this. What can you say if a couple are fighting at a party?
Someone uses inappropriate language.
Also known as cursing. Or what can you say if someone who is ill coughs and sneezes near you, right? So what can you say? If we're in a classroom and someone starts blowing bubbles like this, what can you say, Jess? There's so many ways to be passive aggressive, aren't there? It's like, could you kindly
stop?
Yeah, exactly. Could you kindly stop? Or it might be a good idea to do that somewhere else. You know,
you can be really sarcastic and be like, "Wow, are you training for? Oh, what's the
Are you training for a bubblegum marathon or something?
Yeah, or like, are you trying to get into Willy Wonka's?
Yes, or you could say, you know, the bubblegum chewing section is over there. Or it's really nice day outside. Why don't you go out and check it out? Flavia, sorry, can you please stop blowing your bubbles? Okay, yeah. But be careful. When you say blowing bubbles, it's this. So blowing bubbles means like, I don't know how to describe that. Blowing water bubbles from a bubble blower. That is so weird. Whereas this one is blowing. Oh no, it's true. It does say someone is blowing bubbles with chewing gum. Oh,
blowing bubble gum, you could say. Or bubble gum.
You say blowing bubbles with chewing gum though? I don't know. Blowing bubbles. Yeah, maybe just would you stop please blowing your bubbles? Maybe just make it plural bubbles, because you wouldn't blow one big bubble and that's it and stop. Then it would not be annoying. So no, do you have coronavirus? Just kidding. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're all doing okay. But yeah, but blowing bubbles can be both with this or it can be with chewing gum. So what would you do? What would you say, Jess, if someone is picking their nose in public?
I wouldn't say anything. I would just look away.
That's me, right? It's like,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes people will say, is that delicious? Like for some people that bite their nails, oh, is that tasty? My friend does that. It kind of annoys me, but
yeah, my mum always says, if I'm biting my nails, I bite my nails. If I'm biting my my nails, my mum saying, "Oh, are you hungry, love?"
Exactly. Exactly. Excuse me, may you cough far away from me, please? Yeah, good. Can you stop? It is not so kind. Excellent. And Elisa, what does she say?
It depends on the context. At work, I try to exercise my patience. Yes.
Right.
Sometimes customers speak with me while they're chewing food.
Yeah, definitely. So everyone, thank you. This has been so much fun. It's gone so quickly. Remember the MyES SOS Facebook group in case you ever want to ask more questions, do more practice. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you very much. We wish you a fantastic evening, and we will see you all next time. Au revoir.
Bye.
Ciao, ta-ta. Cheers.